Hey y'all, I'm Mandy, and this is Mandy in the Making. Welcome back to another What's for Dinner. I've got a great week of dinners planned out, and I can't wait to share it with you, but I did want to mention really quickly that this week I am doing a collaboration on this What's for Dinner with Lauren Midgley. If you aren't familiar with Lauren, she has a very awesome channel. She does a lot of cleaning motivation on her channel, but she's also done a few What's for Dinners, and I think she's going to start kind of integrating those in a little bit more. So once you're done watching my video, make sure you go down to the description box and click on her video, go show her some love, and see what great meal ideas that she has for you this week. Now let's get started. Tonight's dinner is called egg roll in a bowl. It sounds really yummy, and it is a low carb option. This meal is really quick, but I do have to do some chopping, so I'm gonna get all of that done first. All right, for this meal, we need to separate the green part of the green onion and the white part. So I'm gonna chop up the white part, and it's actually gonna get cooked first. The green part of the onion is just for garnish at the end. This is an 8-ounce can of water chestnuts that have been sliced, but we need to chop them up a little bit finer for this dish. I'm going to heat this really large skillet to about medium heat. All right, now that our skillet is good and hot, I'm going to add in a couple of tablespoons of sesame oil. I'm going to add in half of a red onion diced. The white part of our green onion. And 5 cloves of garlic that's been minced. I'm going to saute all of this until the red onion starts to get pretty soft, so for about 5 minutes or so. Now that our onions are tender, we're going to add in our ground pork. It calls for a pound. I've got 1.5 pounds here. We're also going to add in our teaspoon of grated ginger, our 8 ounces of chopped water chestnuts, and about a tablespoon of sriracha sauce. Now we're just going to cook this until the pork is done. All right, for the topping, we're just going to make a creamy kind of chili sauce. It calls for 1/4 cup of mayo, and a couple of tablespoons of sriracha sauce. Now that our ground pork is cooked through, I'm going to add in some coleslaw mix. This is 14 ounces. Three tablespoons of soy sauce. And 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar. I'm also going to add some salt and pepper. We're just going to stir this up and cook it down until the cabbage has pretty much wilted down. It's going to take about 5 minutes or so.
egg rolls in a bowl. Man, oh man, this smells so good.
Steven was saying that this would go good in like a lettuce wrap too, if you wanted to put it inside of lettuce. I think that's a good idea, babe.
Yeah. All right, let's dig in. This looks really good. Man. Wow. That is really, really good. I mean, that tastes just like egg roll filling. I mean, exactly like egg roll filling. The flavor, I mean, even the texture with the water chestnuts and the coleslaw. Wow. I mean, you hit the nail on the head.
Yay.
The flavors are just exactly what I would expect. I mean, the egg roll filling, the flavors are perfect, the ingredients.
When I saw the recipe online, it had your name all over it, baby.
This is perfect. This is a great low-carb option. There is so much flavor here. The spiciness of the chili sauce, the sriracha and the mayonnaise. Nice touch. Love that, because I love spicy food.
All right, I'm glad you like it. I'm gonna give it a try. All right, from his reaction, I'm guessing this is delish. It has smelled good from the moment we put it in the pan, so here goes nothing. That's like an egg roll. Oh my word. That is spot on. And it's not too spicy. So if you like a little bit of spice, but not really spicy, this is perfect. Hey y'all, tonight is another low carb option. I did not plan for this to be a low carb what's for dinner, but two of the recipes that we wanted to try just happened to be that. Tonight is bacon cheeseburger casserole. So we only need half of this onion, and it doesn't say whether to dice it or chop it, so I'm just gonna do larger pieces and just chop. So I chopped up half an onion and it just didn't look like enough onion for us, so I'm just gonna do the whole thing. And this is just fresh dill that will go on top at the end. All right, I've got a half a pound of bacon that I've diced up. We're just gonna go ahead and cook this up. Now I'm gonna add 1 pound of ground beef. This is 90-10. I did that on purpose just so I don't have to drain it. Now that our meat is browned up, I'm gonna add in our onion and garlic. And we're just gonna cook this until the onions get tender. I'm gonna combine this that's gonna go on top. This is almost like a crustless quiche. So we've got our eggs, we've got 4 eggs. We've got 1/4 cup of heavy cream. I'm gonna add in some pepper and about a teaspoon of hot sauce. I'm gonna turn this down to about medium low. I'm gonna add in some more ingredients. I've got 4 tablespoons of cream cheese, 2 tablespoons of ketchup, 1 tablespoon of mustard, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, and 1 teaspoon of seasoned salt. I'm just gonna stir this and combine it. I'm gonna continuously stir until the cream cheese is completely melted, everything is combined, and then it's gonna go into a casserole dish to go into the oven. Gracie. Honey, move. Oh, she hissed at me. Okay. All right, to our casserole dish, I'm gonna add the beef mixture. I'm gonna top that with our crumbled bacon. Now I'm gonna pour our egg mixture over the top. We're gonna finish it off with cheese. It did say that you wanna use, or you can use cheddar cheese. I'm just using up what we had in our fridge, just the Mexican blend cheese. If you wanted to spice it up a little bit, you could always use like pepper jack cheese. All right, this is gonna go into a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes.
It almost looks like a breakfast casserole.
Yeah, it looks really good. Can't wait to try it. Seeing all those ingredients in there, right off the bat, all that cheese. Man.
Cole really quickly gave me a big thumbs up off camera.
This is seriously really, really good.
Is it?
It's very much like a quiche. But in my opinion, there's just more to it because you've got all the meats in here. The egg, the hamburger meat, the bacon, and then the cheese sort of ties it all together and holds it all together. Look at all that cheese. I love that. It's really good. I'm glad you added more onion to it as well.
Okay, it's our last meal of the week, which means it's Subbie supper night. Tonight's Subbie supper is called Cilantro Lime Chicken, and it comes from Emily. Emily is from a small town in Kentucky. She has a fiance named Justin, and they have an adorable 8-month-old little girl named Callie. They also have 2 dogs. And she said that her and Justin love to come up with new recipes. They love to try new recipes. They also love to figure out ways to save money at the grocery store while still having really delicious meals. So thank you, Emily, for sending this in. We're really excited to give it a try. I'm gonna cut these 3 chicken breasts in half just so that they cook really easily. I'm gonna trim them up a little bit. Don't have much to trim though. All right, we're gonna season our chicken before we put it in a skillet to sear it. I'm gonna add garlic powder first. Now some onion powder, paprika, and I'm gonna be really light-handed with this, but we've got some cayenne pepper. We're gonna finish up this side with some salt and pepper, and then we're gonna flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. I'm just kind of pushing these seasonings into the chicken just so they don't fall right off when I flip them over. Got this large skillet on medium-high heat. I'm gonna add some EVOO. And all we're gonna do is sear our chicken on both sides. We're not gonna cook it all the way through. All right, these are seared on both sides, so now I'm just going to grab these and put these in a casserole dish. And then I'm going to finish searing these other two that I have over here, and then we will move on to the next step. I've got a half a stick of butter. I'm going to melt this down. To the butter, I'm going to add our onion that is finely chopped or diced, and we're just going to cook this until it's translucent for about 5 minutes or so. All right, we're going to add in our clove of garlic that's been minced, our 1 bunch of cilantro that has been finely chopped, and the juice of half of a lime. Oh, that smells really good. All right, I stirred that around and let it cook down for a couple of minutes. I'm gonna add in 2 cups of chicken broth, and just a couple of teaspoons of heavy whipping cream. I'm going to turn this up just a little bit because we want this to come to a really soft boil, and then we're going to pour it over our chicken. All right, since this is up to a boil, we're going to pour this over the chicken. Now this is going in a 350-degree oven for about 45 minutes. So Emily said she serves hers with rice and that she always cooks her rice in chicken broth, which I used to do. I don't know why I ever stopped doing that, but I'm gonna go ahead and get that started now.
Looks delicious. Whoa. Lots of flavor in that. I love the citrus flavor of the lime and the cilantro. Man. Don't even need a knife. Really tender. All that flavor, the cilantro and the onion, and all the spices that are seared onto the chicken there. Well, this definitely lives up to its name, for sure.
It smells so good in our house right now.
Really good.
We've never had anything quite like this. So thank you so much, Emily, for sending this in. I'm sure it's delicious. It looks great.
Yeah, it's really good.
That Subbie supper was so good. Thank you so much, Emily. I thoroughly enjoyed that. That wraps up this week. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you leave if you did enjoy it. And if you haven't already, I would love for you to join my YouTube family. Hit that red subscribe button, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.